I look like a mushroom right now, but you know what? It is cold, and I'm not putting on the heating. But look, Pompey 1, Arsenal 4. We did what we had to do. I'm not going to blow this out of proportion. I'm not going to talk it up like, it's a Champions League final or anything, but it could have easily went south because of the opener. Portsmouth scoring first. Bit of a howler from Kepa. That could just be down to rust or, just action or out of action, I guess, as a goalkeeper, because out of every position on a football pitch, the most, fragile position is a goalkeeper. If you miss so many weeks or days without playing, even if it's behind closed doors and stuff, the intensity is not the same. You can make dumb mistakes or you just make errors of judgment and stuff. And yeah, you're just out of the team, just like that. But look, I'm happy. I'm glad Martinelli shut up all the nonsense. I know I spoke about it before. I'm not going to go over it, but I don't condone what he did. But obviously, it was blown way out of proportion. The Conor Bradley stuff. Gary Neville, man, honestly, just you need to take a seat and take a break, I think, from commentating. But yeah, I'm not going to go over it too much. I'm just glad he responded the way he did. Hat-trick hero, looked positive, looked like, you know what, I'm not going to let it affect me. Getting a lot of abuse as well online, which, come on, man. Like, really? You think he would have done that if he knew Conor Bradley was actually injured? Of course not. He's not that guy. Like, you'd expect it from some other players, of course. But I don't want to hear the hypocrites online, whether it is the pundits or the commentary team. Gary Neville, dirty little player in his day. Roy Keane, we know what he's like. Do you know what I mean? So look, anyway, that's that. 4-1 though. The only downside, I guess, is Madueke, man. What were you thinking, brother, with that penalty? Like, he walked up like he was the bee's knees, like he was the actual penalty taker for the team. And I was like, all right, you know what? Let him get his goal because he deserved it. He got a couple assists as well, which was great. And then it was like, after all of that, the little shimmy, the start-stop, he sent the keeper the wrong way, did everything right, everything, but just wide. So I'm not going to hold it against him too much, but at the same time, I'm thinking, brother, you're coming with all that arrogance and ego. You need to show something for it. Do you know what I mean? But look, it is what it is. If the game went left, that would have been a bigger talking point, like, believe me. But, the 4-1, we'll take it. He'll learn from it. I'm sure Arteta will have a word with him and he'll be practicing more penalties and stuff. What was the first goal? Our equaliser. It was like a bundle, wasn't it? I don't know if it was officially Norgard's goal or it was an own goal by, I think, Dessel from them. I think his name is Dessel. But either way, I know it's Pompey. I know it's Portsmouth. I know, they're not the strongest side. They're not what they used to be when they were in the Prem, all that stuff. But you can only face what's in front of you. And we did a good job, I like the fact that we rotated a lot. I didn't like the fact that we played Gabriel, but the way it's looking defensively, we're not looking healthy when it comes to numbers. Hopefully, we get numbers back. Hopefully, we make a signing or two. I wouldn't even rule that out. Like, Gahey, come home, brother. Come home. But yeah, look, Ben White looked okay. He looked like he was gassing out towards the end before he got subbed off. Gabriel, solid, Miles Lewis-Skelly, brother, you have a lot to do, man. You need to get that fluidity back. And hopefully now you can get a little run going. Hopefully he starts against Chelsea, does the business as well. Carabao Cup on Tuesday. So there's a bit of a, short turnaround. Also, what I would say, the Norgard at centre-back situation, I'm not mad at that, I'm actually not mad. It's working. He's got the physique. He's got the positional awareness, and he's tough. He's a tough player to play against, even in midfield. So, yeah, I don't mind that, like, going forward. Rest Saliba where we can, and, yeah, let him do something there. Other talking points, Eze, bro, what the heck is going on, man? Is it another case of lack of game time, lack of form, lack of fluidity again? That's like the buzzword of this video right now. But there are a lot of players that played. Of course, it's FA Cup, so we can have that luxury. But resting and rotating players, it's like, man, you should have took your chance. Like Eze, Wanyeri, Madueke did have an impact, so I can't put him in that same bracket. But those two especially I was very disappointed, man. Wanyeri looked like he was trying too hard. Like he would go dodge a couple players, weave in and out, take the ball, carry it like right up at the pitch and then do nothing. He'd get tackled and it's like, just play the ball. Just play the ball. Just keep it simple. Eze though, as much as I'm going to say he worked his socks off, he did. Like he was pressing a lot. He was, running the ball down and everything. Helped with the transition in terms of like helping out players, giving options, but on the ball, and when he had a couple chances towards the end, for example, and look, gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. It's one of them things, when you're playing more games than he's used to at Palace, but with Palace, it's like he's playing week in, week out. With Arsenal, yes, he's played more games, more competitions, but he's like in, out, shake it all about. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a weird one, man. It's going to be interesting to see how Arteta sort of handles Eze and Wanyeri, because we're not letting Wanyeri go to Bournemouth. We've just signed Eze for like a big number, Yeah, let's see how that one unfolds. It's interesting. It's a good headache to have, when it comes to numbers and quality. I'm so glad though, Havertz is back. And I haven't even spoken about Jesus. The ball for Martinelli's goal at the back post, wow. This is, Jesus, I actually prefer him on the right-hand side. And I know it's mad because we've got Saka, but sometimes switch it up. Don't always have inverted wingers. Great ball, Madueke and Wanyeri, because they're left-footed, they can't really play that ball effectively like a right-footed player. And Jesus, he sort of dropped in and out in the game. He had moments, he had spells, he had little jinky-majinkies, time on the ball, little drop of a shoulder and all of that. But again, apart from the assist, Going back to Havertz though, it was so good to see him come back. He had a couple instances I was like, we've missed this. We've missed his technical prowess. We've missed this calmness on the ball because he's not the biggest guy, but he's a big guy. He holds up the ball well. He drops in deep, plays it off, like little finesse passes. I like that, man. I like that. And I've missed it. We don't have that with Gyökeres. We don't have that with Jesus to an extent. And yeah, it's just great to have something being offered that we've been kind of starved of. I never thought I'd see the day that we're starved of Havertz. But yeah, I'm happy, man. I'm happy he's back. Hopefully he does get a start against Chelsea or he plays more of a part because, yeah, he needs to get in more form. He needs to get more minutes in his legs. Give us something more going forward because Gyökeres, bro, I don't know what you need to do. Whether you need to lose weight, you need to train more, you need to just come out of the team and see if you can see the game differently to when you're on the pitch because it's becoming a joke, man. Salmon coming on, Smoked Salmon, centre-back, 16 years old. I think he broke a record for being the youngest player to represent Arsenal in the FA Cup. I think Zelalem was the last player, so that was a cool stat to hear. One thing before we start wrapping up, though, I noticed at the end, and I don't know whether it was because of Salmon coming on and it was sort of to protect him, but we kind of dropped into like a back five. I don't know if you guys noticed. Timber came on, so it's Timber, Norgard, I think anyway, and then Salmon. So we played a back five. Those were the three centre-backs. Timber went to the left, though, and I found that interesting. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool. Something different, in terms of shape, in terms of, adapting and all that good stuff, because we seem to play the same system, especially like defensively. So yeah, Miles Lewis-Skelly sort of inverted or played wing back. And then I feel like there was someone that filled in right back or pushed in inverted. I think it was Zubimendi, I think. But yeah, that was interesting. It was interesting. Something else I noticed. Might not be ever used again this season, but yeah, let's see how that goes. Of course, we're on to the next round. United are currently being beaten by Brighton. Spurs got knocked out, which was beautiful. Ollie Watkins got a special place in my heart, brother, because what a guy. Rattled Paulinho, Rodgers as well. That was beautiful, man. Chelsea went through. City smashed Exeter 10-1, which was mental. And yeah, the beauty and the magic of the FA Cup. Yeah, it's been a long time coming, man, because we've not really taken the FA Cup that seriously. Or we haven't had the luxury of rotating as much with this amount of strength, so it's great. Carabao Cup next, Chelsea. I don't think they're going to be holding back in terms of their rotation because, let's be honest, new manager, they need to win a trophy anyway. We need to win a trophy. This isn't like any old trophy. Yes, it's the Carabao Cup. People don't take it seriously, but we've come this far. We've got the team, the rotational depth and everything. Let's go for it, you know? Chelsea, 2 legs. I think the first one's at Stamford Bridge. That'll be interesting. And yeah, let's see. I'm going to do a match preview tomorrow. Keep a lookout for that. If you're liking the content, if you want to see more, if you want to see different types of content, streams or watch-alongs, I don't know. We're going to switch up. We're going to keep on going. I'm going to keep on prioritizing this channel along with my main channel. And yeah, we're going to keep this Arsenal content going because it's about time I did this. And it's about time we win this league and some major trophies. We have to. This is our year. But anyway, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And yes, until the next episode, take care.